Hi everyone, and welcome to this Saxcast lesson on emphasis and upbeats. Now, first of all, we'll talk about emphasis. Emphasis goes along with pulse. We've mentioned this a little bit before. If you remember that the first beat of the bar in music always has a slightly stronger natural emphasis, meaning that we lean on the note a little bit when we play it. And if we do, we sound very natural. So it's always bum 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 if you're going to do it in a scale or something. It sounds really natural. We don't whack it really super hard, but we just lean on the first beat of the bar and it gives it this sense of purpose and pulse, and it's very, very important that we do that. So that leads us nicely on to the lead-in. Now, the lead-in is something that happens just before the first full bar of music, and it's incredibly common. You wouldn't believe how common this is. It's called a few different things. It's called the lead-in, the pick-up, and sometimes it's called the upbeat, as well as a few other names as well. The posh name for it, and classical musicians call it the anacrusis. So its overall purpose is to introduce a part of the music. Sometimes it's a quite important part of the rhythm, sometimes it's an important lyric that's coming across, but either way it always sort of introduces something. For example, if we take something like You Are My Sunshine, well, what's more important there? You are my or sunshine? Well, it's the thing that it's about, which is sunshine. So you are my sunshine, you are my sunshine. And notice even when we're just singing that it wants to be slightly leaned on, doesn't it? Sunshine wants to be leaned on. So that's very, very important that we do that. And that's what we need to get used to in this lesson, leaning on a beat of the bar that's important and leading up to it as well. Now, the thing that people get wrong in this is they don't count. So I'll just start that. You are my sunshine. What was that? That was terrible, wasn't it? There was no musicality to it. And you know when you hear people say, oh, he plays with so much feeling, or she plays with so much expression, this is a big part of it, this whole idea of where is the pulse. So when you're doing You Are My Sunshine, you are my sunshine, you know, you're leaning on it, you're putting something into it. So get used to doing that in your playing. So I've got a few examples of this here. And if you and this video, and also I'll put a link to it in the next video as well, there'll be a PDF so you can see these little examples of tunes. So the first one is Ella Fitzgerald and Misty, and the lyrics are, look at me, I'm a, that's the first little bit. So look at me, and it's really the me, you know, who's he looking at? Well, me. So look at me, and then play that on the sax, we get and then we get into the tune. But notice how that's a really nice way. Look at me, then we're in. But very important that I have, where does that actually start? Where does that lead, that actually happen? It actually gives us one beat into, if you have a look at it now, one beat into the main tune. So 1, 2, 3, look at me, 2, 3, 4, and so that's our little tune there. I won't dwell on these too long because in the next video I'll get your saxes out and we'll have a practice of these together. The next one, I know when the Saints, so notice that. Oh, when what word landed on the beat? Saints. And 4 and 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1. It even happens things in like Careless Whisper, like this one that'll come up now, Careless Whisper. So it starts on the C sharp. 2, 3. Notice how that 1, 2, 3. Ba la da da bum. So even if you did it a bit slower there, you can see where that lands. Ba la ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum bum. Even faster. Ba la da da dum. And in the last example, you can have any length of upbeat you like. Songwriters have lots of different types. I Want to Break Free by Queen. It sort of has that intro at the beginning there, and then you have I want to break free. If we play that, we've got 1, 2. Try that again. 1, 2. I'm definitely aiming for the free. I want to break free. Okay, so we'll do loads of practice of this in the next video, but the thing I want you to take from this video in particular is, where does the emphasis land? Get used to counting yourself in before we start. So when we go on to the next video, make sure that you're counting yourself in. And remember what a lead-in actually is and what its purpose is, to take you through to a word or a lyric or a phrase that's more important than the actual introduction itself. It's almost like a mini introduction. Whereas an introduction will introduce a big theme, this just introduces a very small fragment of something. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I shall catch you in the next practical video, which is coming up after this one. Catch you then. See you next time. Bye.